2, 3, 4 boards.
Quite funny, we started off with an exact mirror, but now we've got Priest and Paladin left against... Oh, sorry, Hunter and Paladin left against Paladin and Priest. Suddenly it's quite offset apart from those Paladins, I think.
Well, Fujitora's got, I believe, the Hunter win already under his belt because of the Deathstalker Rexar. So ScreaM's coming down with the Murloc Paladin up against the Dude Paladin. We've spoken about this matchup before. The Dude Paladin ends up taking over as a result of going wider on the board, whereas ScreaM has to play catch-up. But he's got a very good maul in the hand here. The unidentified maul giving Divine Shield to his minions can make those trades a lot less painful than they usually are.
Yeah, and it's weird because the Murlocs can stay ahead for a little while, but they get overtaken.
This is kind of interesting to me. So this plays around Direwolf Alpha, possibly as the Murloc will not die to the trades as it is, and they will still get the 2-for-1. On the flip side, if there is no Direwolf Alpha, your Inquisitor can then get 2 trades with a Purifier's Maul and not die over the course of 2
Yeah,
turns.
the Protector's not usually a 1-drop. It's called Protector because it likes to protect things. So if you're going to curve out with that Protector, fine if you don't have another option, sometimes you have to just throw it out there. But actually, it's just good at getting in the way of your better minions later on.
Coin Call to Arms will extract some value here. And Fujitora, it just looks like a... Well, a part of me just wants to go for the Righteous Protector into Rallying Blade, where you get the damage buff. The weakness of waiting, of course, is, well, you know, you're waiting. That's what you're doing. If you play the hero power and attack with the Wolf, I think a sizable amount of the time, the Inquisitor ends up taking a trade into the Wolf, and then you're able to play a Light Fuse Stegodon that's, you know, very limited value.
Yep.
But I think him playing like this indicates that he's gonna be gunning for Stand Against Darkness into Stegodon.
Right, the Dude Paladin just has that luxury of time. The Murloc Paladin has the luxury of slightly better trades. That's the trade-off.
Oh, the second juggle snipes the Wolf.
Ouch. Now, can he... Now, this is a Protector.
This is what a Protector does. It protect.
As it happens, the weapon's going to get the job done. But if there was no weapon here, just hit the one. If he hits the 2-1, he protects as well. Then you get Stand Against Darkness with a Protected Juggler for 5 juggles. That's the use of that card.
Without the weapon here, this could have still happened, as ScreaM would not be able to go through the Protector for the entire turn. So, again, very big difference in the outcome. We'll see what he opts for. If he just buffs his Murlocs with a Cold Light Seer and does not aim to kill the Juggler, then he does get a bit of a, an advantage on board, but he does leave the Juggler alive, which we've learned in the matchup how much that can be a problem.
Yeah, and yeah, Fuji there, you can see the motion there of, I was hoping this was rather going to work. But it's still decent, as he picks up another one, which is a much harder one to navigate.
You can't wait, unfortunately. Yeah. You would have loved to. Maybe by the time turn 7 rolls around, you get the second Stand Against Darkness, and that's doable.
Second Divine Favor picked up for ScreaM. So he's got this short-term blast that's going to do a load of good work. But he has no follow-up at the moment. Even though it looks like he's a long way in front, we have seen time and time again the Dude Paladin has just better reloads. If Fuji can get rid of this Knife Juggler, which he can now with a decent chance. He's got 3 chances to hit it once.
I mean, he's got his Direwolf Alpha in there. That could come next to the 2-1.
That's insane, because now he's not only turned it about, but he's got the Stegodon for later.
He's found the Drago's Jailer for those Silverhand recruits for the Stegodon.
And ScreaM doesn't have much at all. Don't really want to kill the Dry Gulch, but sometimes you can Dry Gulch, give your opponent, kill the Dry Gulch, give your opponent a load of cards, and then use your Divine Favors. That's sometimes a way out, but he's not going to get that option because Fuji's going to get to play it next turn with the Stegodon and start getting a winning-sized army.
That's a bit of a problem here for Fuji if he doesn't get the right adaptations. There are some whiffs in it that can definitely come up. It's all down to that, like the ScreaM finding a draw here that gives him the edge, because his hand is not looking brilliant. Divine Favor can get some value in this spot as you're able to force the filling up.
And more importantly, it gets rid of one of your Divine Favors, so the next one can eventually actually do something. There's a Leroy that is a wrinkle in the matchup that you don't always have. But how is he going to do so much damage? Fuji's about to get, at the very least, something. Like,
I think Fuji's in a commanding lead. Just as of right now, based on what I'm looking at, it seems like he's going to be able to get his Sea Giant out next turn. The Stegodon comes out. This is looking absolutely brilliant for him.
And he actually chooses to take the Sea Giant now before the dudes get blown up, just in case the Stegodon whiffed.
And I mean, you're going to get... The upside of playing a Giant now is who knows what happens when you do get the buff on the little recruits. Maybe you just get trading potential. Maybe you just get attack. So by keeping the Stegodon up, he's risking some blowouts, like, 1 or 2 Murlocs being played, followed by, Megasaur, and then, hey, damage comes in and it's going a little bit haywire. But he's also guaranteeing that eventually the Stegodon will pick up value, because either your opponent trades with all these 4/1s, which can only be saved by Cold Light Seer, in which case you're happy, or if he does trade, then you're able to find more recruits later on. Or it just means that he gets the extra 8/8 down, which he otherwise wouldn't be able to.
3 distinctly difficult choices here. Going face is an option, killing the Giant is an option, but killing the 1/1s would probably have been another option as well, even though you're giving up apparently a 4/1 for a 1/1, because these things are soon going to become much bigger than that. And we have found that as the Murloc Paladin, you have to find sneaky times to do bits of damage, or you just never, ever have a winning play. You can just trade forever. And eventually the second stand against darkness just gets you.
And that right there is the adaptation that Fuji needed to completely lock that Murloc board out of snowballing. And he's got the minion count edge, which makes, of course, Sunkeeper Tarim ridiculous. And ScreaM with nothing to do but throw, he could just keep playing minions and go face with them, but it's not really going to accomplish very much.
Yeah, we need to keep tabs on Leroy Blessing of Kings. That's 10. That's about it. Like, if we're going to start saying, hey, this is nearly over, we just need to keep an eye on the fact that that's stuff that can happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point you're still looking to fight for board a little bit and pray for the best, but...
7, 11, 14... Got to keep an eye on how face works, because if you keep praying for the best here, sure, while they've got 1 card, I guess you have to, but this is the problem the Murloc has against the dudes. Their trades are better, but they never actually get any damage to the face unless they find opportunities to take a sneaky 4 here and a sneaky 3 there.
I mean, taking a sneaky 7...
Sneaky 11.
I think you have to take that line of play, even though it seems, quote-unquote, wrong. Tarim will come down and completely lock ScreaM out of a chance to finish the game off, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, Fuji's actually going to make a bit of space, I think, here.
He wants to recycle his minions.
Yeah, he's going to bump 2 into this 4/2, then make a new dude, and then play the Sunkeeper. I think.
Sure. I mean, you just end up with 1 less dude.
Versus 1 less minion, so yeah, whatever. And
he wants to make sure he's at 6 minions to make sure that he has room for something else. But if he's going to make the double
turn,
if he's going to make the double trade anyway, then it's all about that call to arms.
Well, here's a selection of garbage. Divine Favor does nothing. Leroy Jenkins does
nothing.
Nothing. Rallying Blade.
Nothing.
Saves you mana. So you play Rallying Blade and then do nothing with it, probably.
Yeah, you actually just don't waste more than 3 mana.
But you play it, right? So that next turn it's there.
Or you keep it so that next turn you can buff up a Righteous Protector to protect nothing at all. Yeah, he's just going to scoop it. That's going to be 3-2 in favor of Fuji, who's 1 game away from making it to the finals.